Hey everyone, it's Chris and
Team
from GamingWithSwag.com again, and we're here today to review the DC Superman and Wonder Woman Dice Masters starter set. This was given to us by WizKids, and we are very fortunate to be able to review this today. Thanks, WizKids. This is the two-player starter set. Now, D, as you know, this is they kind of changed the way they've done things, and we talked about this a little bit when we reviewed the Iron Man War Machine. I guess they're only releasing certain ones as starters.
Yeah, so starters don't lead into gravity feeds as much anymore. Starters are self-contained, and gravity feeds are self-contained to a degree. So then you also get the team packs, like we just recently did the one on the Defenders. We did one on the Doctor Strange team set. So there's more releases, but not. You don't get like the massive release where everything is built around this one item.
And WizKids is really smart, right? Because they always release these right around the time something big happens in the universe. And obviously this one is the new Wonder Woman movie that's coming out this summer.
Yes.
And this is scheduled to release. This is not out yet. This is scheduled to release mid-July.
Yep.
And I believe the movie is somewhere in the same timeline.
I think it comes out before that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
they're ramping up the promotion on
that.
They
really are, yeah.
Seen Gal Gadot on TV quite a bit lately.
I read a interview of someone who saw a screening of it, says it's amazing. It's way better than Batman vs. Superman or anything else.
That's a low bar.
This is very true. But he said it's one of the better DC movies he's seen since like The Dark Knight.
All right, well, let's certainly hope.
Yeah. So anyway, again, this is a two-player starter set. It includes everything that you need to get started. A bunch of characters, a bunch of dice. There are no rares in this. They're all the same. If you buy this box or another box, they're all going to be the same. Sidekick dice, a couple bags, and a rulebook.
Rulebook. You're also going to get the action cards. They're usually included in there. There should be 8 characters with 3 cards each and 2 dice per character. So obviously Superman, Wonder Woman, some of their affiliated characters. Some of these we've seen before. They either redesigned the dice color, but it looks like some of the dice faces are the same. I brought a couple of the old ones out for comparison. We'll look at once we crack it open.
Yeah, so we're going to crack it open. We're going to show you all different cards. We're going to lay them out for you, show you the dice up close so you can see what you're getting into. Consider this a full spoiler because we're going to show you every single thing.
Yeah, all right, so we'll try to take some nice screenshot or pictures of the individual cards so you can read all the text as well.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, Dean, you ready to crack this open?
Yes, I'll crack it open. A little plug for Zen Bins.
Yeah, so Zen Bins, we love those. I don't know how I would store this stuff otherwise. It gets unwieldy quickly, especially if you're hardcore.
We're going to open this savagely if someone cares about that. I'm sorry. All right. Obviously, you could have done that smoother.
Happens.
All right. So I guess we'll show up the box real quick in case someone's excited. Supergirl, a little more hints on the back. They're definitely going for a Gal Gadot kind of looking.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Wonder Woman. A lot of times they stick closer to the comics. I don't really read the comics much. Maybe that's how she looks now in the comics. But
I have not read Wonder Woman in a very long time.
All right. So, rulebook. Does have a little version of the board.
Check the affiliations out, too, and see if there's
you can check that and bust everything out. Oh, no, the affiliation's right here on this card.
Oh, awesome. Even better. Usually they put them in the book and we had to go search for them. But this is nice, too. Now, I can't remember the other ones, but this is a full color book.
The first ones are black.
Which is really nice, yeah. This is really awesome. And just like anything else, all the Dice Master sets are compatible, so you can mix and match your teams. If you would have, I don't know, Leonardo and Wonder Woman mixed up with Cyclops and Jubilee, you could do that.
Yeah. All right. So we'll show off the bags. They come with bags. These are just paper.
They've gotten better over the years. It used to be just a plain red and blue bag.
And now you got dual-sided color baggie. It's not as good as like a velvet nice bag for tabletop players, but upside down. All right, so it's got a blue bottom.
Honestly, it's everything you need to get started, which is nice.
All right, we got that. Let's get into some characters and see what colors they gave us for the actions.
I do like that Superman bag. That's pretty cool. They just like get ready to punch someone's
Yeah,
lights
flip
out.
the other side because that's the side that matches. So that would be the more
Oh.
unique Wonder Woman. All right, so for those following along, here's the affiliations. None of those are new. So these would be compatible with previous sets. Justice League's been around since the beginning, so is the
Yeah.
villains. And then that was it World's Finest that they started using the Superman
I believe
affiliation.
so, yeah.
So you got that. All right. So I'll lay them out. You can bring them up close. You got
Cool.
Artemis. I'm not sure I've heard die.
Artemis looks to be like a pretty average character, a 5 cost.
So slightly above average. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Looks like she is a...
Ah.
Oh no! 6 attack, 6 defense, which is nice. One field to prevent all damage dealt to your Artemis character dice until the end of the turn.
She's got like her headdress as the icon on her card, on her dice. I mean.
This one says, when fielded, prevent all damage dealt to sidekick dice you control until the end of the turn. And Artemis has no team affiliation. And the last one, while Artemis is active, all sidekicks must attack if able. So these are all pretty much, generic standard cards for play, and that's fine. You can mix and match them. And here's her dice up close.
Next, we got Cheetah. She was in one of the first DC sets, I thought.
Yeah, I think we've seen Cheetah before. There's definitely a different die.
Yeah, they have a different icon, so it's her tail.
Cheetah has the villain affiliation. This first one, Feline Fury. Cheetah gets 1 attack and 1 defense for each opposing non-sidekick, non-villain character die in the field zone. Very specific. And just to show you her dice. Get you guys back. There you go. Cool.
Giganta. I do not believe that she has been released yet. So this is a new.
No, we have not seen
New
Giganta.
character. And her die is a translucent.
Ooh. Very pretty. Kind of hard to see, but you can.
Yeah, because it's like
see.
a yellowy.
It's like a yellowish, like clear, but it's awesome. I like
It's
it.
pretty cool.
And then here's just one of her sample cards. And she also has the villain affiliation. Dr. Dora Zool. You can see here, whenever your character dice you control or damage, spin Giganta up 1 level. So that's good. And again, all 5 cost. All right,
Yeah,
so
they've
these
been
are
more
Giganta.
consistent lately. They haven't had as
They
much
really have.
variance.
Yeah,
In the
it's
beginning, those characters, so you could have a 2, 3, and a
Right.
4 of them, a 3, 4, and a 5.
all
So
right.
we got Jimmy Olsen. Here's your little booster character, kind of like a sidekick.
Now, it's funny. Dean and I were talking about this right before we started filming, and we swore that we had a Jimmy Olsen card, but none exists. So we did look it up.
One
He's a 2 cost. He's got the Superman affiliation, like Dean said.
camera.
He really needs to be played to do anything. He needs to be played with a Superman, Supergirl, and every single one of his cards, just kind of give you an idea, they have a buff to Superman, Supergirl. So when Jimmy Olsen's active, your Superman and Supergirl character dice cost 2 less to purchase, and may be fielded for free.
Okay.
So I mean, that's just it.
That makes sense.
You're not going to play Jimmy Olsen with Beast or
So,
Shredder.
Well, Superman is usually a shield. I wonder if Supergirl is a fist, or you might help get the faces that you need.
It's
for her
very
as
possible.
well.
And then again, there's your camera dice. Really nice. Okay.
All right. So here you go. They're mixing up a little bit of 2s and 3s for Steve Trevor. The 2 cost being a blank.
Okay. And
And
Steve,
his die.
he has no affiliation. He's a 3. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You're right. The 2 cost is blank.
He's got a little fighter jet
Oh, that's pretty cool.
icon.
That's pretty cool.
Like as the dice faces go up, his offense goes up, but his defense stays at 1.
Interesting.
So he just goes from a 2, 3, and a 4.
And it's hard to see in the video, but it's kind of like a black marble almost. Like there's a marbleization
The
to
marble
the
element, yeah.
yeah to the die. It's really cool. He just is really like an overall like easy fielded character. he really teams up well with Wonder Woman, it looks like. It says, when Steve Trevor is KO'd, you may immediately purchase a Wonder Woman die for up to 3 less and prep it.
Yeah.
I mean,
he doesn't look like Chris Pine, though. It's the downside.
He does not look like Chris Pine.
All right. So now we got
There we go.
Supergirl.
Holy moly. And this is where the buffs come in, especially with Jimmy Olsen, because look at these stats. They're insane. So the max die on her is 278, but to field her, you need 6 or 7 energy. So with the Jimmy Olsen buff, you'll be able to do that a lot cheaper.
More easily, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see the dice is the same as the last Supergirl that came out. They had a yellow die. I think that the faces are probably the same.
That's a
167.
She's a really good defensive character. Just to show,
Yeah.
Are they different?
They are different.
Okay. So this card,
Similar.
this card right here, when fielded, if your opponent's life total is greater than yours, you get 3 life back. So that's pretty awesome. That's a nice defensive character.
Yeah, no, they're slightly different, the dice faces in the previous set. So they're not, I know, official play. You can mix them anyway, but
They're very similar. So these are also like a reddish like marble to them. They're really nice looking. The quality of these has gone nothing but up. When we first got that Avengers set, man, they were
the paint
spotty
wasn't
ones.
always
the paint was
in all the
rough,
crevices.
but these are awesome.
Super.
Now,
Man.
Interestingly enough, Dean, look at the affiliation on this.
The Justice League and not the
It's
Superman
Justice
team.
League and not Superman. And I wonder if that's because the last Superman was the Superman team.
Yeah, so
Like, you know what I
actually,
mean?
I busted one of those out
And there
for
it is.
comparison. So there's the Superman from the World's Finest set. And he has the same artwork. This is the previous set. So I think these might match 278, 278, 267, 267,
Now, interestingly enough,
and 146, 146. Okay, so these it matches that last set as far as your dice faces.
I'm just going to backtrack here just a little bit. If you look at the Superman and Supergirl costs, they're identical, 7, 6, 6. But take a look at this. Whereas
shields as well.
Well, right, but take a look at this. When she was going to gain 3 life, look at Superman's card. When fielded, if your opponent's life total is greater than yours, Superman deals 3 damage to your opponent. Well, there it is.
It's similar.
Yeah, very similar, just the opposite. So, and then he has that die. You said it's similar, Dean, to the old die?
Yep. So the last set, it was more of a translucent marbling of blue, but the same, the icon with him and his little hair curl.
Are the numbers the same?
Numbers are the same on that.
All right, that's kind of cool. So I know it's not
Different-
official play, but you could combine it if you need extra dice real quick.
Yeah.
That's kinda
How
cool.
often can you afford?
I know,
4 of
I know,
7
right?
costs?
Yeah, I think you're pretty much good there.
That's overkill. All right, here's the Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Also Justice League affiliation, and her icon. She has the shield and the sword behind it.
Yeah, and this is a nice average character, 4s and 5s.
Yeah, it's easier to field or mix with a couple different.
Actually,
teams.
she's got a lot of different like special characters. This is more for global abilities. So you can see here, while Wonder Woman is active, players cannot use their global abilities on character cards on their team.
All right.
So no buffs like that. That's good.
All right. So
And
we'll get
then
into this
her die is the best die, I think, in the set.
Yeah, I think hers
Like
is
this is
the best.
really cool. So I'm gonna try to get a close up here and see if you guys can see it. But it's like this reddish blue marble element to it. So you can see that one, like that one looks really red, but this one has some blue in it. Just depends on which side you get. But they're really cool looking. Definitely the best of the bunch.
So there's the action colors you get from this set: red, orange, purple, blue. They're all in here.
And they're pretty much standard. Those have not changed since the origin.
So we'll go through the action cards. Dimension Door. Target character die you control cannot be blocked until end of turn. 4 cost.
It's kind of cool.
Misdirection 2. Swap target active character die you control with the character die in your used pile, placing it on the same level. With the burst, also draw a die from your bag and prep it.
Nice.
Actually not bad for a 2
For a
cost.
2, that's great.
Yeah, to get your heavies out, with that little swap to get a bunch of Jimmy Olsens
Yeah.
and turn them into Superman.
Yeah, done.
Plot twist, a 5. Okay, so usually sets only have 1 5 cost. Draw out the 2 dice from your opponent's bag and roll any character dice, returning the rest to their bag. You may field them for free under your control, and you place them in your opponent's used pile at the end of the turn, regardless of their location. So that could be confounding, depending on what they got in their bag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stealing them and then having them have to put it in their use pile without them getting a chance to use them. Resurrection. Roll a die in your use pile and place it into your reserve pool. This also has a global pay a shield once per turn. On your turn, draw a die from your bag and prep it.
Okay.
That's actually a pretty good global.
The artwork.
Imagine a lot of people might.
I like the artwork on that one. Let's show
Yeah.
that one.
I think a
That
lot of
one's
people might
really
take that just
cool.
for that global.
So you take a look. It's got Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Superman all in the same card artwork.
Superman is way up on all these cards.
So cool. Gosh.
Who is that? Is that different flashes or something?
I don't.
Can't
Dimension Door. Yeah.
So this will say Superman's on a lot of these. Save civilians, 3 cost. Whenever you field a sidekick this turn, reduce the fielding cost of another die by 1, and draw a die from your bag and prep it. That's actually pretty useful regardless of your strategy. Small step for man, 3 cost. Spin all character dice in the field zone to level 1.
Nice.
Drop everyone down. Take cover. There's Superman again. Character dice you control get +2 defense with a burst.
Wow.
Target character die gets an extra 3 defense.
Holy crap.
Then a global paying a shield. Target character die gets +1 defense until end of turn.
So that's a huge defense card.
Yeah, and both Supergirl and Superman are shield, so you may have a lot of
Extra
them
ones out.
with this.
I'm sure.
Team up, a base. Let's see. Each of your character dice get +1 attack and defense for each different affiliation among your active character dice. -1 until end of turn.
Dean, there's your boy Aquaman.
Yeah. Then we got some Green Lantern folk and there's
All
Batman.
kinds of Justice
Batman is
League.
barely. The Outsider. This has got small print. Draw a die from your bag. If it's a villain die, field it on its level 2 side without paying its fielding cost.
Huh.
Otherwise, place it in your use pile. If it was a sidekick die, prep this die. Then a global, you can pay a fist. Target villain character die gets +2 attack until end of turn. Character dice may only be targeted by this global ability once per turn.
Yeah, just to kind of show you, like, that's really tiny. It's
A
ridiculous.
lot going on in that one.
Tiny, but there's a lot to it. Cool card, though.
This one's fun. It's the last one. Truce. You have the Joker
Oh,
dancing with one
man.
woman. KO up the 2 character dice you control. For each character die you KO this way, your opponent must KO a character die they control. So
So
if you have a chump deck where you have a lot of cheap guys, that might be nice.
look what he's holding on her back. You see it?
No, yeah, it's a bomb.
It's a lit
cartoon
bomb.
bomb.
There's a lit cartoon bomb that he's holding on her back. That card is amazing. I really like that. That's great. I didn't see any of the like item type cards.
No, they don't usually in the starter kits.
Yeah.
Throw those things out. So
Yeah.
here's the action die, sidekick dice, or
Yeah, I mean they're pretty
normal
standard.
kind you get. It's not the kind you get like in the those deluxe edition, collector's editions.
Yeah.
They're like slightly fancier. It's just a standard.
All right, cool.
All right,
We'll
that covers
see.
it.
Yeah, so all right, so just to recap, you get your 2 dice bags. I'm going to kind of slide them out of the way here. You get your rule book. Awesome. And there's a little
We'll have to read
basic.
through it and see if there's any changes.
Yeah, see there's rule changes. And then there's your basic mat. I'm sure everyone has a mat by now. If not, make sure you go get one because they're awesome. We have your cards for the different colors, for the actions.
Action dice, yeah.
And we have, looks like we have 4, we have 7, 8
characters.
different characters that you could possibly, well, not possibly, you're definitely going to get inside this, and a bunch of action cards. This is a cool set. I have to admit, like, you know, I'm not a huge Wonder Woman guy. Like, I don't know a ton about the Wonder Woman universe, but some of the cards are going to be very useful in play, especially when you start getting into stuff with that Jimmy Olsen, Superman, Supergirl, depending on how you play. So that's pretty cool.
This set has a nice mix of it has a couple of villains in it. Like sometimes you get a set and it has like almost all good guys.
Yeah.
So this one you get.
So those are your action cards, and just to recap,
Yeah.
we have Wonder Woman, we have Superman, Supergirl, Steve Trevor,
Jimmy Olsen
Jimmy Olsen, Giganta, Cheetah,
and Artemis.
and Artemis. Great. Okay, so that's $14.99. It's going to be out this July. And yeah, we're going to definitely be picking up another one of these sets. That way
We can battle each other.
we can battle each other and get these added into our collections respectively.
Yeah.
So looking forward to this. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up from WizKids for Dice Masters. Looking forward to this summer. Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, Maximum Carnage team pack. There's some really cool ones coming up, and I think there's an X-Men one later this fall. So there's a lot
Coming out this year.
Yeah. So
Taking all my money.
yep. Awesome. Well, listen, this has been Chris and Dean from GamingWithSwag.com, and please check us out on our website and check us out on social media. We'll have all the links in the show notes, and we'll put a follow-up review. It'll be after this goes live, and eventually we'll put that link in the show notes as well. Check out our other Dice Masters videos. We have tons of them up. We have some really cool stuff coming up for you guys with Dice Masters, and we're looking forward to it. So for now, this has been Chris and Dean, GamingWithSwag.com. Game on.